And most of the time, I fall on the thought of nothing gonna happen. If you quit right now, you gonna be right where the hell you at, and that's just what it's gonna be. And are you comfortable with that? Are you willing to accept that? Because that's the bigger question, you know? And I always find myself saying, I'm not comfortable enough where I am to just accept defeat and stay right here, you know? So I get my ass up and I keep pushing even when it hurt and even when I feel like I can't, you know? Because I'm not willing to be where I'm at forever. I realize that quitting is not going to make it easier, y'all. When you quit and you throw in the towel, that relief is only temporary. And if you're anything like me, you're going to feel regret and you're going to feel trash because you quit on yourself. I'm real hard on myself. I know that about me. I don't know about y'all, but I am, you know. So not only am I going to be in the same old spot, getting that temporary ass relief. Yeah, I might be able to quit and lay my ass down, you know, and get a little bit of rest or whatever. Give up on whatever I'm doing. But that is only temporary. And then I'm going to beat myself up about just giving up when I know I could push harder, you know. And I think that's one thing that goes on with a lot of us. They ain't just unique to me. A lot of us throw in the towel prematurely. We be having so much fight left in us, but we just give up. Knowing we can push ourselves. Not saying it's not hard. I know it is because I done been there. But we be having way more fight in us than what we like to let on. Way stronger than what we know and what we utilize a lot of times. I don't want to say than we know. We way stronger than what we put off. Because y'all be knowing that y'all be having more in y'all to give. But you be lazy, you slack off, and you give up. Y'all don't be fooled by temporary relief or quitting. Don't be fooled by the comfort that you think quitting gonna bring you. Because I can tell you this much. You can quit and you might feel relieved for quitting at the time. Because now you don't have to deal with the situation no more. But I can tell you this much. You only not having to deal with the situation for right now. Because whenever you decide to go back to it, that same hurdle still going to be there and you still going to have to jump over it. So you can either deal with it now or you could deal with it later. All you really doing is prolonging your destiny. Taking longer to do something than what it would originally take you because you quit. You know. And don't get me wrong, like, it's nothing wrong with taking breaks, y'all. I'm all for, you know, giving yourself the mental space that you need to breathe through a situation. But giving yourself a break and quitting is two totally different things. See, when you give yourself a break, you set yourself up to be able to restart. You have a definite amount of time that you breaking and when you go restart. You know, you stay connected with what it is that you got going on. Even if you're not moving at the same pace, you still in it. See, when you quit, that means you drop everything right where it's at and you go the other way. And you don't look back, you know. And maybe one day you might come back and you might pick this thing up again, whatever it may be, you know. But for right now, you done. Period. You ain't working on nothing. You done closed down shop. Y'all, the relief that you get from quitting is temporary if you want something out here. If you want something, you're going to always have to go back to that same thing that you quit on if you really want it. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I normally go to whenever life get hard and tough for me, you know, and I know I hear this often, a lot on jobs and a lot when I talk to other people, but people always say, what is your why? You ever hear people say that shit? Like, what is your why? The first time somebody asked me that, I'm like, why what? Like, what do you mean? What is my why? But that's a real thing. Like, what is your reason for doing what it is that you do? What's your reason for that? What you working for? What you get up and bust your ass for? What you have late nights for? You know? What you dog tired at the end of the day behind? What you doing it all for? For me personally, it's because I want my leisure, y'all. Like, I want to be able to do more of what I want and less of what I have to do eventually. Soon. Really. You know, I'll be 30 years old in July, y'all. Like, I'm ready to do some of the things that I want to do and stop having to always do what I have to do. You know, who want to live their whole life trying to get by? You know, and I don't want to just do these things for me. I want to do these things for my kids. You know, y'all ever get in a situation where y'all have a really good day? You know, maybe your money good, you know, maybe your house clean, you know, just a day where you seem to have a grasp on things. Maybe it's tax season. I don't know about y'all, but I always feel a whole lot better when I got a little money in my pocket. Now, I'm just be honest about that. Things just don't seem so bad when finances be flowing. You know, I don't really have too many other problems outside of that, thank God. You know, I'm pretty confident. My family's pretty cool. You know, I like my husband about 90% of the time. So, and when my kids ain't running me crazy, I love them too. I'm joking. I love my children all the time. But y'all get what I'm saying, you know? But when I have one of those days when I'm able to go and get some of the things that I want from the store because I got a little change in my pocket, my house clean, you know, I got a little food on the stove, them type of days, you know how I feel? When you come back home from a day like that and you've done most of the things that you want to do, not even all the things you want to do, just some of them, it feels so good. I want that feeling most of the time. Instead of having to deal with the, oh, I got to go do this, guess I got to go do that, 90% of the time, and only getting to experience days, you know, that I just explained 10% of the time. Swap me, please. How y'all say? Swap me, please. I want to do less of the things I have to do and more of the things that I want to do, y'all. Because I want my kids to experience that person, you know. When I have my leisure, when I'm able to do more of the things that I want to do, more of the things that bring me happiness, I'm a better person, which means I'm a better parent. I have more patience with my kids, you know. I'm more understanding with my spouse, you know. I'm able to process things a whole lot better because my mind frame is better. I'm in a better place. I want that, you know. So that's just some of the things that I kind of go back on every time life starts to beat me up. Those things keep me getting up and they keep me pushing, you know. The bottom line is I don't want to be where I'm at right now forever. I want more than that, you know. And I have various reasons why I want more than that. But these are just some of the things that I think of every time life gets tough and I think about giving up and quitting on this journey to achieving the things that I want to achieve in life, you know. Everybody got a why, y'all. Every single person got a why. That's just, it is what it is. Whatever you, nobody does anything in life without a reason. Everything has a reason, y'all. I literally, to tell y'all a little story about me and leisure, like I've always been the person that wanted to do what I want to do, partially because I'm slightly bigoted, but that's played out in my favor in life. But I remember when I turned 16 years old, even before I turned 16, I used to tell my mama all the time, I want a job. I want a job. And she was like, what you want a job for? And I'm like, because I want to do what I want to do. You know, and my mom used to say, baby, you ain't going to never be able to do what you want to do in this world. I don't care how old you get. I'm grown as hell and I still can't do what I want to do. You know, you always going to have to listen to somebody. And you know what? She might be right to an extent. To an extent. I may not be able to do what I want to do 100% of the time, but I'm still on a quest to prove that I can do it 90% of the time. And with God's will, I'm going to prove that. I'm going to prove that, Ma. So, Ma, if you listening, I'm still on a quest to prove you wrong. I'm going to be able to do what I want to do, at least 90% of the time. A couple sidebars, y'all, that I wanted to touch on that kind of just crossed my mind as I was thinking about this topic is, if you ever have had the opportunity to move away from home, don't punk out and go home when things get a little bit rough, y'all. Let me tell you something from personal experience. If you run home once, you'll be running home for the rest of your life, y'all. That is, look, that's as real as it gets. I'm telling you what I know, not what somebody told me. Stick it out, y'all. You're gonna be a better person because you stuck it out. Trust me. I tell y'all a little bit of story about that though. So the first time I realized that I was stronger than what I knew and that I was gonna be able to make it out here was when I left to go to college. I left, I want to say 2 weeks after I graduated high school. I was gone. I left and I went off to college. I was only about 17 years old. So I went through my first semester from June to August, right? Went through my second semester, and then from August to December. Went through my third semester from January to May, and then I finally hit my first summer in college. And back then I didn't know nothing about signing up for financial aid for summer term and all that other kind of stuff. If anybody is familiar with the way financial aid works, you have to sign up for all of the different terms, and I didn't know that you were supposed to sign up for summer. Like I told y'all, when I got out of school, there's a lot of things that I just didn't know. I talked about that in my first episode. So the chips fell when they made, and I hadn't signed up for my summer term classes, and I didn't get financial aid for the summer. Of course, I didn't realize that until I was trying to sign up for summer courses. So I went through all these different channels of what I'm supposed to do, you know, how I'm supposed to go to school for the summer. So I called all these different places trying to get loans. Of course, I ain't had no credit. My parents weren't able to get no loans or nothing like that for me. So I was stuck. So I was faced with the option, do I pack up and go home, you know, or do I try to stay in the summer in Baton Rouge and try to stick it out? Because that's where I was living at the time. I was going to LSU, you know. So I had a cousin that was living in Baton Rouge at the time. So I decided to move in her extra room with all of my dorm room stuff. I'm talking about little mini refrigerator and everything, y'all. Move into this girl apartment, sleeping on an air mattress, and work for the summer rather than go home, right? So I ended up working at this coffee shop. Shout out to CC's Coffee. I used to work at this coffee shop in Baton Rouge. It was right off of, I want to say that's like Lee Drive or something like that in Baton Rouge by LSU. I used to work at that one. But I got so good, I started working at every last one of them. Every single location, CC's in Baton Rouge, I done worked at it. So I worked the whole summer. I'm talking sun up to sundown, y'all. I was so tired. But something I remember about that summer was barely having money to eat. Barely having money for gas. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I'm working 12, 16 hours a day. Easy.